Good morning, children. Welcome back to our online class. So we'll be continuing with the same chapter, that is database and database management system. So today we'll be discussing about the two topics, that is primary key and querying the database. So in our previous class we have discussed about the different elements of the database. We have also discussed about the different components and how to create a table and set the table. So today we will be discussing about the primary key. So what is primary key? So primary key means it is a field where we have to make that particular field which will not take the duplicate values. In order to make that field which will not take the duplicate value, we have to set the key. So that is called the primary key. So in the last class we have learned how to insert a data in a dataset field. So for setting the primary key, we have to insert the data. We have to design the table in a design. Okay, so we will discuss it in an elaborate manner. So primary key is a unique key used to identify the field of a records. Each table has a unique values that identifies the record. Now let us take the example of the attendance register. So in the attendance registers, we identify the student based on the roll numbers. No two students have the same roll number. So in the record keeping also, we need to have a field where the duplicate value should not be taken. Okay, we will not allow you to enter a duplicate value. For that, we need to set the primary key. So roll number field, we have to set the primary key because the name will be the same. Okay, so the primary key distinguishes one record from another. So it helps you to differentiate between the different records. For example, all students whose information stored in the table have a unique number to identify his or record known as the roll number. So as I have already talked in the class, we keep a roll number in order to identify the different students. In the same way, the primary keys can be assigned to the roll number field so that we can identify the record of each and every student of the class. Each table should have a primary key. So whenever we design a table or when we create a table, each table should have a primary key. Each table can have only one primary key. So it should have a primary key and should have only one primary key. The primary key is also used to form the relationship. So another function, one of the function of the primary key is to uniquely identify the record in the table, and another function is that it is also used to create a relationship between the two tables. So in the class we just have to keep the data of different students based on the different activities. So library record is separate, fee structure is separate, annual report data is separate. So these all needs to be linked together because it is of one particular student, of one roll number. So if I have to join the different table, then this primary key is used to keep the record together, join the table also. So another function of the primary key that we can create a relationship with the table. Primary key can be useful when you want to combine the two tables together with a common field. When two tables are collated, the primary key of one table becomes the foreign key. So one becomes the foreign when we combine the two tables. The foreign key can comprise of single field and can be the collection of multiple fields. It may be of single field or it may be of multiple fields. So when we combine it, we can take the few fields whichever we require, or we can take all the fields. Primary and foreign keys are used to create the relationship between the tables. You need to create a relationship between the common field to combine the tables. So common field, roll number, that type of needs to be linked together in order to combine the table. Now the setting of the primary key. Now to set the primary key, we have to navigate the panel, right click on the required table. So table is there. So we have to open the Microsoft Access database. Then the table field is there. We have to right click that table, and the shortcut menu will be there. We need to go to the design view. We need to go to design view. So last time when we were entering the record in the table, we use the data set view. But here, while setting the primary key, we need to go to the design view. Now, how it looks in a design view? Design view looks like this. So suppose this is the table. Suppose this is the table. So I want to design the table. That means my table consists of this. Design view will show the data as field name. So first one is the field name. Field name. Then second one is the data type. Data type. These are the columns. When we click on the design, so when you click on the shortcut, this one save button is there. The menus which are there. Close this, go through a book, then close all. And also you have design view and data set. So last time when we were inserting a data, we were using the data set view, but in order to create a set of primary key, we have to use the design view. Once you click in this design view, you will get this type of structure and description. So this description field is optional. So field name. Suppose my field name is roll number. Roll number. Now what type of data type here? Last time we have discussed about the different data types. Data types as what data type we will take. So we will be taking as a number data type. So 8 data types we have discussed. The description is optional. You can write, you can leave it. So next second one is student name. So name means text. So text data types will be there. Text data type. Then also we have class. Class we can write text also. We can use the total number. Class is not used for calculation. And we can write the address. So within this field, text only, because we need to write the alphabet. So in this field, this is the field roll number, student name, class, address. So here we cannot put the primary key in the student name because the student might have same name in the class, but here in the roll number field we can set the primary key. Now to set the primary key, first thing is that we should be table in the design view. So we should be in the design view of the table. Entering the record, last time we have learned using the dataset view. For setting the primary key, we need to be in the design view. So in the design view, you have to select the required field. Now I want to set the primary key here. So I just have to select this field. So I just select it. So it will be selected. Then I need to go to the tool groups and click on the index icon. So tool group, index icon, and the index property dialog box appears. Select the primary key by changing the primary key options from no to yes as shown in figure 15. So please to consult your book. So once you go to that index icon, index property will come. There you have to change the primary key options from yes, no to you have to do it yes. Then your primary keys will be set in the field which you want to make it as a unique field. Now, the next step. So we have learned that primary key is also used to create a relationship between the table also. So in order to create a relationship, we have to close all the tables in the work area. Click on the database tab. So the option database tool tab is there. The database toolbar appears. From the relationship group, click the relationship icon. So from the relationship group, click the relationship icon. So relationship icon needs to be selected and hold the shift key and click the required table. The add button, click on the add button, click on the edit relationship, and edit relationship dialog box appears. Then we have to click on the create new button. The create new dialog box appears. So we can enter the left column name and right column name, two tables name, and the column, it's common field we have to select and we have create relationship. Now let us come to the querying of database. Querying of database. So relational database management system. Database management system is a software which helps us to manage the data. So now managing the data means the first part is we are keeping the record. We holding the record, keeping the data. Now the second part is we need to get the information from the data or a record which is there in the table. Now how can we get the information? Suppose I want to know how many students are present in the class. So I need to go through the attendance register and I need to get the information. Here also there is a term called querying the database. So in the element we have discussed about queries, tables, report, forms, isn't it? So query helps you to query the database to find the answer. You can ask the questions to the database and you can get the result. A query is a request to sort or filter a data in MS Access. By running the query, you can extract the meaningful information from the existing database to answer the important questions regarding the data, to perform calculations, to combine the data from the different tables. So, to get the answers. Now, how many of the, suppose if I have a database of the class, name, class, suppose this database, I get all the information, variable number, student name, class, address. Now, if I have to find out how many students are there outside Kalimpong, outstation students, so I can just design a query and I can run the query and it will give me the list of the students which I have asked. So queries help us to get the answer from the database. In MS Access, you can use a complex query to analyze the advanced data. For this, you can create a query from the scratch using the query design method. The method offers you more control over the query, while creating the query using the query design method, you work in the design view of the database. So in the design view, we can create a query. So to creating a queries, you can just go through the steps. So queries help us to get the information from the database. So with this, we have come to the end of this particular chapter. So I just want you to go through it and I will be providing your exercises in the PDF version. Thank you.